Welcome to my channel and this class combining the worlds of yoga and Pilates. Breathing is integral to both techniques, so come to a comfortable seated position and notice how the breath flows in and out. Exhale all the old air out of your lungs. And we're going to start breathing on the count of 5. So inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. And exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. And exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep breathing deeply. Let's place our left hand on the left knee, gently opening it, and let the top of the head drop towards the right knee. Really relax the head over. Feel both sitting bones grounding down into the floor, and gently lift your navel up towards your spine. Let's go to the other side. Right hand on the right knee, opening it gently. Let the head drop towards your left knee. Breathing deeply, grounding the sits bones down into the mat and lifting the navel up towards the spine. And slowly come up and, if possible, changing the cross of the legs. Let's take a twist. Left hand over the right knee, right hand behind, lift up, and either staying there or lifting the right arm up and stretching over, bringing the left ear towards the left knee, opening the right side of the ribs, slightly leaning back and coming up. Let's take that to the other side. Right hand over the left knee, left hand either behind or lift it up and bringing the right ear towards the right knee, lengthening the top arm and slightly leaning back, opening the ribs on the left side and coming up. Let's make our way over onto all fours. Keep the torso parallel to the floor and the spine long. We're going to start circling around the wrist joints, and you can make that circle as big or as small as you like. Make sure that the navel is drawn in towards the spine. Make the movement playful. Make sure it feels good for your body, and then change, circling in the opposite direction. As big or as small as feels good for your body right now. Tuck the toes under and float your hips up to a downward facing dog. So you can softly bend your knees, but try and keep the arms as long as possible, lengthening through the spine, reaching the heels down towards the floor and reaching the sits bones up towards the sky. Walk through the feet, bending one knee and then the other knee. And then walk the feet forwards towards the front of the mat. Legs parallel to each other. Hold on to each elbow with the opposite hand and gently sway from side to side, allowing the spine to elongate. Then drop the pelvis down, slowly rolling up one vertebra after another. Inhale, reach the arms up to the sky, and then keep lengthening as you take the arms back. Keep pressing down with the feet into the floor. Really extend the spine as much as feels good. And then opening the arms, dive forwards. Drop the head over. Relax the head. Bending the knees, opening the chest. Either place the fingertips on the floor or press them against the shins. And then drop the head over. Reach the sits bones up towards the sky. Bend the knees, gaze forwards, lengthen through the spine, lengthen the stomach, and drop the head down. Reach the sits bones up as much as you can. And again, opening, making sure the knees are parallel to each other. Opening the chest And bringing your hands to the floor, take your legs back to the downward facing dog. Sweep your right leg up, open the right hip and bend the knee. Keep your right hand pressing into the mat. Lift the knee up just a little bit more and then square off the hips round the back, bringing the knee towards you as if you want to give it a kiss. And then bring the right foot between your hands. Drop the left knee into a low lunge and take the arms up, fingertips reach towards the sky. Keep arching back, lift your gaze up to the sky and then keep the arms back. Just take your gaze forwards, circling the arms to the floor. We're going to stretch the hamstrings. So bend the left knee, take the hips back towards your heel. Find your way of doing this. It's look different for everyone. Find what works for you and coming back into a lunge. Left hand on the floor, reach right arm up for a twist, lengthening through the spine. Think of your legs hugging in towards each other, and then both hands on the floor. Lengthen both legs to a place where you find a good stretch, and you can release your head over, back to downward dog. Sweep the left leg up, open the left hip, bend the knee, press the hands into the mat, and square off the hips, round the spine. Give the knee a kiss before you bring the foot in between the hands. Drop the back knee to the floor for a lunge. Sweep the arms up. Keep arching back. Gaze up. Take the arms even further back and then keep the arms where they are. Just bring the gaze forwards. Circle the arms around, coming into a lunge. Right hand down, lengthen the left hand up. Think of the legs squeezing in towards each other as the hands reach away from each other. And then stretch both legs, drop the head over. Bring the left side of your hip back. Coming back to downward dog. Lift up the heels, softly bend the knees and either walk or hop forwards to the front of the mat. Root the feet down into the earth, rolling up one vertebra after another. Inhale, reach the arms up to the ceiling and keep rooting down, keep lengthening and arch back, taking the arms far back as it feels good. Keep the arms long, back long, dive forwards, drop the head over. Inhale, open the chest and either hop or walk the legs back to a plank. You can keep the legs long or bend the knees and just gently bend the elbows back. So just going halfway down to begin with. Keep the spine long, halfway down and stretch. And next time come to lying on your stomach. Lengthening through the whole body. Float the head up just a little bit. Float the legs up. And take the hands off the mat. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. And relax down. So you're not coming up very high, but very long. Lift the head, lift the legs, lift the hands, and bring the elbows closer to each other. Relax down. Again, lengthening, feeling the back body lengthen, the front body lengthen, and press the hands into the floor. Open the chest. And coming back with the tailbone to the heels to a child's pose. Walk your hands over to the left until you feel a good stretch on the right side of the body. Fill the right side of the rib cage with your breath. And then walking the hands over to the right until you feel that stretch on the left side. Breathing into the left side of the ribs. And walk your hands back to center. Tuck the toes. Reach the hips up to downward facing dog. Long spine. Lift up your heels. Softly bend the knees and either jump or walk your feet to the front of the mat. Relax the head over. Inhale, open the chest. Gaze forwards. Exhale, release. Inhale, lengthen the arms to the sides. Coming up, bringing the fingers together to touch and bring your hands towards your heart. Chair pose. Bend your knees as if you're sitting on a low stool. Reach your arms in line with your ears. And then press into the floor. Reach back open your chest, extend the spine, open the arms, dive forwards, head down. Inhale, open the chest, gaze forwards. Exhale, hop or walk your feet back to a plank. And bending your elbows, coming all the way down, pressing down into the floor, opening the chest, lengthening the spine, back to downward facing dog. Take a moment to press the hands into the floor, sending the sits bones up and the heels down. Lift your heels softly, bend the knees to hop or walk back to the front of the mat. Relax the head, open the chest, gaze forwards, drop down, and then reaching the arms to the side, sweeping them up, bringing the hands to touch, and bring the hands towards your chest. Open your legs to wider stance, hands on your sacrum, bring the hips forwards as you elongate the spine, taking the head back. And then come forward, slide your hands down the back of the legs, hold on to your big toes, bend your elbows to the sides and try and bring the top of the head towards the floor. Reach the sits bones up and then relax the head down, slowly rolling up one vertebra after another. Turn the feet out, bend the knees and slide the hands down the legs. Then using your left hand to open your left knee, look over your right shoulder, really twisting all the way around. Coming back on the other side, the right hand presses the right knee open, looking over your left shoulder. And coming back. Transfer the weight over to the left. Bend the left knee and stretch the right leg out. And then over to the other side, bending the right knee, stretching the left leg. One more time. You can either stay there or to deepen the stretch, place the left hand on the left knee, press it open and reach the right fingers over towards the right foot. Stay there and breathe, and then over to the other side. So either staying there or pressing the right hand into the right knee to open it, stretching the left fingertips towards the left foot, and then coming to parallel, drop the top of your head down as if you want to do a headstand. Press your feet into the floor, slowly rolling up. Turn out the right foot, bend the right knee, really maintaining that turn out. Reach the arms long and then slide the left hand down towards the floor as the right arm stretches up and over. Straight both legs, Trikonasana. Float the left hand up to the ceiling, right hand down towards the floor. Find a comfortable position for your neck. Keep the spine long as you come up. Legs long again. Slide the left hand down the leg. Open the right side of the ribs. Bend the right knee. And then either the arm on the knee or reach the fingertips down towards the floor to increase the stretch. Coming into a warrior, extend the arms and then back to center, or that on the other side. Turn the right foot in, open the left foot, open the left knee, and then lengthen the right arm down, left arm sweeps up. And triangle pose. Reach the left hand down towards the floor, right hand up to the ceiling, lengthen both sides of the waist. Find a comfortable place for your neck and keep that length as you come all the way back up. Again, slide the right hand down as the left arm stretches up and over, bending the left knee, circling the arms around, either propping yourself up on your arm or fingertips down to the floor. Lengthen the whole right side of the body. Coming to a warrior. Reach the fingertips away from each other and come back to center. Let's take a wide-legged squat. Open your feet, bend your knees. You can either keep your hands on the floor or open your knees with your elbows. Bring your hands to your center. Feel the tailbone drop down as the head floats up. Hands on the floor, spread the fingers, transfer the weight onto the hands. Use the elbows to open the knees even more. And then bring your weight back to your feet. Maybe bring your hands back to the chest. Again, spreading Your fingers, hands on the floor. You might feel your feet want to float up, and that's fine if they do. And bringing the weight back. Use your arms to open your legs, lengthen the spine. And come to sitting at the front of the mat. Soles of the feet together, knees apart. And let the head drop over. Relax the muscles of the face. Relax the shoulders. Feel the spine gradually elongating. The hips opening. And each time you exhale, draw the navel in towards the spine. Slowly rolling up one vertebra after another. Place your hands behind you. Press your feet and your hands into the floor as you float your hips up. Open your chest, open your shoulders. If it feels good for your neck, you can look up. And coming back down. Stretch your legs out. Reach your arms up and take a stretch over. You can hold onto your legs or your feet wherever you reach. Really stretch yourself over. Roll up, place the hands behind you. If you can, keep your legs long this time as you press with your arms into the floor, opening your shoulders, lengthening the spine. Coming down and stretching over. Rolling down, one vertebra after another. Reach your arms back. Stretch your legs out long and roll up. Lift up your head and shoulders. Exhale, rolling up and stretching forwards. Inhale, exhale as you roll back, working through the spine, stretching the arms and legs out long. Roll up, inhale to lift the head. Exhale to come over your legs, stretching forwards. Inhale and exhale, rolling down to lie on your back. Let's take the Pilates ab series to really work the powerhouse. Bring your knee to your chest, lift your head up, reach and float the bottom leg up and then change legs. Single leg stretch. You're using your arms and your stomach to bring the leg in. Stretch the other leg out. Inhale, and as you exhale, change. Inhale, draw the navel in. Each time you exhale, deeper and deeper. And relax the head for a moment. We're going to go for a double leg stretch. Hug your knees, lift your head and keep the head there as you inhale, lengthen the arms and legs. Exhale, circle the arms, bring the knees in. Inhale, lengthening. Exhale into a tight little ball. Inhale, exhale, squeeze the knees towards you. In. Exhale, really draw the stomach in just one more time, stretching out. Exhale, pull the navel in, and we'll go for a crisscross. Hands support the head, come up and twist, bringing the opposite shoulder to the knee, and then to the other side. And let's go a little bit quicker, keeping lots of space in between the ears and the shoulders, in between the scapula, really working the oblique muscles. Relax down for single straight leg stretch. Hold on to the right leg, lift the left leg up, lift the head and shoulders up, lengthen both legs and then scissor them to change. Taking a breath in, and as you exhale, scissor the legs and change. And you can do it with 2 pulses. Inhale and exhale, exhale. Pulse, pulse. Pulse, pulse. Each pulse, draw the navel in. Hands behind the head for lift and lower. Float the head up, lengthen the legs and bring them towards you until the hips come up just a bit, and then lengthen the legs away as far as you want while still keeping the navel in. Lift the legs towards you, hips come up and lower them down towards the floor. Draw the navel in. You can make this as big or as small as you want. And relax. Press the feet and the arms down into the mat. Start curling the tailbone up. Lift up vertebra after vertebra all the way up. Inhale and work your way through the spine until your hips release back down to the floor. And again, draw the navel in as the hips peel up. Keep pressing down with the feet, down with the hands. Lift the hips even more and slowly rolling down. One vertebra after another. Maybe bring your feet a little bit closer. Again, lift your hips up, and this time clasp your hands behind your back. Open up your shoulders, press your arms down into the floor, lift your hips up as much as possible. Breathe in and out. Unclasp your hands, press your arms down into the mat as you slowly roll down one vertebra after another. Hug the knees towards you, lift the head up and rolling up a few times, massaging your spine on the mat, coming up to a wide-legged position. Spine stretch, so walk your hands forwards, relax the top of your head down towards the floor. Keep your sits bones rooting down into the mat. As you lift your navel towards the spine, slowly rolling up one vertebra after another. Bending the right knee, lifting the right arm up and over for a side bend. Take your fingers towards the toes. Open up the ribs. And then let's come back, changing to the other side. Left knee bent, right arm stretches out. Sweep the left arm up and walk the right fingers towards the right toes. Opening the ribs on the left side. Breathing into the stretch. Coming back, open both legs into a wider position. Walk the hands forwards, relax the top of the head towards the floor. And I'll take a few breaths just to stretch and to surrender to gravity. Breathing deeply. And then coming up, open leg rocker. Let's start off with the knees bent. Hold on behind your shins, rocking back and finding the balance. You can do this with straight or bent legs. Rolling back, coming forwards, find the balance, close your legs and open. Rocking back, finding the balance, close the legs, open. Again, rolling back, coming up, finding the balance, close the legs and take the arms parallel to your legs for a teaser or navasana. Stay there for a moment and slowly rolling down to lie on our backs. Roll over onto your side. Make sure you're at the front side of your mat. Lengthen the tips of the toes away from the top of your head. And we'll begin with just the top leg that floats up and lengthens all the way down. Going to keep the legs parallel so the leg won't go up too high, maybe just a little bit higher than the hip. Lengthen the leg away. Feel the contraction of the pelvic floor and the stomach muscles and lengthen the leg back down. Again, reaching it away and back down. Now both legs lengthen and lift up and down. Think of gluing the legs together as if we have one leg instead of two. Reaching the legs away before they lift up and lengthen them even more to come down. One more time, just like this, up and down. Now let's add the top part of the body. Lift the head away as you come up. Lengthen and lift. Imagine your body like a piece of elastic that's getting longer and longer, more and more stretch. Reach as far as you can to the side. And then when you can't go any further to the side, bend the knees, come up to a half teaser. And coming back to the front side of the mat. You might want to keep the legs bent, or you can try doing it with straight legs, coming to a full teaser. And coming back. Lengthen and lift. Find the teaser, find the balance. Let's take all that to the other side. So come right to the front edge of your mat. Lengthen your legs away. Lift the top leg up and lengthen it all the way back down. As you lift your leg up, draw your navel to your spine and down. Pelvic floor engaged. Stomach in. Really lengthen the spine. Lift up, lengthen down, and then gluing the legs together. Both legs come up for a side leg lift and down, reaching the tips of the toes away from the top of the head before you lift up, and as you lower down. Again, lengthening to lift, lengthening to lower. Lift and down. Let's add the top half of the body. Lengthen the head away as you float the head up and down. Reach. You can use your hands pressing into the floor if that helps. Reaching away to lift. One more time, into a half teaser with knees bent, coming back to lying on the front side of your mat. Either keep the knees bent or straighten them. Find the balance, arms parallel to your legs, coming back to the lying on your side, and one last time, coming up, finding the balance, and rolling all the way back down. Let's flip over to lie on our stomachs, hands underneath the shoulders, elbows bent, and glide the elbows back. Press the hands into the floor to come up. Lengthen the front and back side of the body, and then bend the elbows back and lengthen and lift both legs off the floor like a seesaw in slow motion, pressing the hands down to open the chest, bending the elbows, lengthening the legs to lift up. So we can keep on going in this slow motion, or if it feels good for your back, you can take it with a little rocking for a swan dive. Rock and press down. Come back to rest position. Relax your head down into the mat. Tailbone back towards your heels. Let's come up onto the forearms. Take the legs back into a plank. Press the forearms into the mat as you take the heels to the right and to the left. Keep the shoulders down away from the ears. Lift up the stomach. Really feel the work in the oblique muscles of the stomach. Then bring your hips down to a sphinx. Press your forearms down. Open your chest. Shine your heart forwards. Let's make our way into an open lunge. So bring the right foot forwards, open the right knee. You can either press the hands into the floor and open the chest, or bring yourselves down onto your forearms, drawing the navel in, allowing the head to relax down. Bend the left knee, hold onto the ankle with the right hand, and then open your chest, spiraling and lengthening, stretching the front of the thigh, and we'll take that into pigeon. Try and square off your hips as much as possible. Press down with your hands to lengthen the spine, and then walk the hands forwards. Just relax over and allow gravity to open the hips. Bring the breath into any places that might feel tight or uncomfortable. And let's slowly bring ourselves back to downward facing dog and walking the feet from side to side. Bring the left foot forward to an open lunge. So open that left knee. You can either keep your hands on the floor, or to go a bit deeper, drop down onto your forearms. Relax the top of your head over as you draw the navel into the spine. When you're ready, bend the knee, hold your ankle with your left hand, spiral and open the chest. Bring the ankle towards you to open up the front of the right thigh. And coming into pigeon pose. Square off the hips, press down into the floor to lengthen your spine and open the chest, and then walk your hands forwards. Relax your head down. And breathe into this deep hip opener. Allow gravity to help you open the hips. Let's come back to downward facing dog. And then playing with transferring the weight forwards, opening the chest, and back to downward dog, heels down. Forwards, open the chest. Back, lift the hips up as much as possible. Forward into plank and bend the elbows to come down to lying on the stomach. Left hand on the floor in front of you. With your right hand, hold onto the left ankle and press the left ankle in towards your hip to open up the front of the thigh. And then reach it away from you. And also use that left hand on the floor to press down and open the right shoulder. And coming back down, switch legs. Take the left ankle with the left hand, pull it towards you. And then reach it away from you. Press with the right hand down into the floor as much as you want to open the left shoulder and relax down. If that felt pretty challenging, just do it again. If you want more challenge, bring both heels towards you and then reach the heels away from you. So you're using the work of the legs to open the chest. Relax down, bring the heels towards your hips and then away, lifting up as much as you want. And you can either stay there or take a little rocking motion forwards and backwards. And relax back into a child's pose. Deep breath in and out. Let's come to lying on our backs. Bringing the knees towards the chest, hugging them in and rocking from right to left to massage the back. And then taking both knees into a circle in one direction. And change the direction of the circle, really softening the lower back into the mat. Reach the legs up long and circling the legs, drawing circles with your toes on the ceiling, allowing the hips to move as much as it feels good for you. Change the direction of the circle, really allowing your hips to get a massage on the floor. Let's take the legs overhead, place your hands on the lower back and reach your legs up into a shoulder stand. Let's scissor the legs, taking the right leg back towards the floor. Left leg reaches forwards, lengthening in between both legs, and then lengthen them up to the ceiling. And then change. Left leg back, right leg forwards, stretching. Feel your lower back supported in your hands. And lengthen, use a center to bring both legs up. One more time, other side. Stretch, creating space in between both legs. Lengthening up to the ceiling. One more time, scissoring the left leg back, right leg forwards. Coming back up, bend your knees, reach your toes back to the floor. Press your hands into the floor. Inhale, and on the exhale, slowly and with control, rolling down one vertebra after another, all the way back down. Place your feet on the floor, shift your hips over to the right, pick your knees up and cross the right knee over the left knee, and let both knees drop over towards the left, opening the chest, coming to the breath, beginning to wind down towards the end of the class. Really notice how the breath flows in and out. Over to the other side, shift your hips to the left, cross your left leg over your right, and take the legs over to the right. Breathing in, and as you breathe out, softening deeply into the floor, opening your chest, releasing the muscles of the face. Again, shift your hips over to the right. This time we'll take a side bend. So take your arms and your legs over to the left. And if you want to increase the stretch, you can cross your right ankle over your left. You can pull your right hand a little bit further with your left. And really breathe into that opening of the side body on the right. Each time you exhale, soften the body even more into the floor. Let's take it to the other side, shifting the hips over to the left, side bending the arms and legs to the right. The further you go, the deeper the stretch will be. And if you want even more of a stretch, you can cross your left ankle over your right. You can use your right hand to lengthen the left arm, lengthening into the left side of the body. Breathing in. And as you breathe out, softening the body even more. Coming back to lying on our backs. And before we totally relax, we're going to contract. So making fists, clenching your toes, clenching the muscles of your face, your buttocks, your stomach, and then let everything totally relax. Let's allow ourselves to sink deeply into relaxation, noticing and enjoying the effects of this practice on our body. Each inhalation fills our body with new energy. And with each exhalation, we can let go of tension and stress and fully relax, allowing the floor to support us. Take as long as you want to relax and to breathe. I hope you enjoy doing this class with me, and you can subscribe if you'd like to do some more free classes.